Hello everyone, it's Retroaction. Welcome back to our Star Wars Michael Galaxy Squadron review. This is the Star Wars Michael Galaxy Squadron Luke Skywalker Snowspeeder, a Series 2 Starfighter Class released by Jazwares in 2022. As always, first we're going to look at the box, so let's put the vehicle aside. This is one of the two new Star Wars Michael Galaxy Squadron vehicles I've managed to pick up from Series 2. Right, so starting here at the box, we've got Star Wars, we have a Snowspeeder in the background, an ion cannon, and I believe an AT-AT as well. Yep, we have Luke fitting to the cockpit. It comes with two figures. We've got Series 2 on the side there. We've got Michael Galaxy Squadron. It is number 38 in the series, in the line even. The great reflective silver stripe. This packaging is really sharp, looks fantastic. As always, nothing on the side. Snowspeeder's on the back. On that side, we've got Star Wars again. We have the tow cable feature, which is written there. We have the air brake feature. We have the collectible blueprint, which is pretty cool, with the side view, with the back view, and the top view. The hologram, and the other two Series 2 vehicles in the UK. The Gauntlet Fighter and the AAT Battle Tank, which is the other one I just picked up, and the chase vehicles. Not sure. I don't think we'll be seeing them in the UK. Right, so now let's get to the vehicle. So this is the Snowspeeder. Actually, before we get to the vehicle, of course, because it's Michael Galaxy Squadron, we have a fantastic diorama, which is inside every box. It's kind of difficult to get to it though, once you've opened it. That just happened. This one's kind of strange though, because as you can see, it's using the packaging there, which is pretty cool. It's a nice use of the packaging. We've got Snowspeeders there. It makes more sense this way up, but then you have the logo. You can see it works. But yeah, this one is kind of confusing. It does kind of work like that, but then you're just putting a Snowspeeder on top of a Snowspeeder. It looks kind of weird. And they're not flying straight there. It looks like they're flying up, but it doesn't work from this angle, so yeah, that's kind of confusing, that one. And you just get like the tiniest bit of something else. Oh, there's a Snowspeeder over there. And we've got Snowspeeders and lasers, pretty cool. But this is very confusing, and unless you bend this up as well. Yep, that's interesting packaging. Again, if you have it all lined up in a row, it look pretty cool. But I don't have the space for that, unfortunately. So I don't know how good that will look. So it just goes back in the box and storage. Right, so let's get to the vehicle itself. So here's the Snowspeeder. It's quite small actually. It's definitely the smallest Starfighter class. I'm surprised it's even Starfighter class. I think it could have been a light armor class. Maybe, or maybe it couldn't be, I don't know. The light armor class seems to be all... No, it doesn't seem to all be ground vehicles, because you've got the TIE Fighter. Yeah, I think this would have suited light armor class better, except the fact that it has more than one figure. That's probably the only reason why it's in Starfighter class. But it's very interesting, because it's quite small in the box, if you couldn't tell. It's really small, and the packaging is huge. It's very strange, a bit like Yoda's Starfighter. Anyway, so here's the Snowspeeder. There is an Action Fleet version of this. There was a Luke Skywalker Snowspeeder in 2002, which is the one I was going to get instead of this one. Originally, out of the three Series 2 vehicles I found, this is probably the weakest one for me. I was more interested in the Gauntlet and the AAT Battle Tank, which we'll be reviewing next. You can already get a little bit of a sneak peek at that if you'd seen my YouTube Shorts video. You know what's coming up. Either way, it is the AAT Battle Tank. But anyway, I gave you a little hint of it there. It's a great ship, looks fantastic. As for the features, we've got this gun here at the turns, or this cannon even, the turns at the back. It's smaller than the Action Fleet one, it's quite a small gun. We have the two laser cannons at the front. Looks really cool. The wash has been toned down on these Series 2 releases, so it looks much better than it does on some of the Series 1 stuff. We have a landing gear at the bottom. Just comes out like so. Actually, I think it comes out this way. Yep, there you go. And there it is. That's where it's landed. The copyright down there as well, 2022 Jazwares. So I found it in 2023. There it is. Yeah, we've got great paint and everything. Of course, this is grey and white because it's Luke Skywalker's Snowspeeder. This is a Pacific Snowspeeder, so it's not the standard white and orange. We only have tiny bits of orange there, as you can see with the ZZ. It only has a tiny little part of orange. Laser cannons look great, the detail looks cool. I like the weathering at the top, at the front there, looks pretty cool. Either way, let's open up the cockpit and get out the figures. Now, interestingly enough, the cockpit doesn't open that far. It opens to just about there. It doesn't open as far as it does on the Action Fleet version. On the Action Fleet, it goes all the way up. You can open it up. It opens all the way on the Action Fleet one, so it's kind of hard putting this figure at the back here, which is DAC. And I believe it's the first Action Fleet Michael Galaxy Squadron version of DAC. First version of DAC in either of those lines. So here he is. Well, let's get to Luke first. This is Pilot Luke Skywalker, as specified on the box. Didn't realise that they call it Pilot. Didn't realise it was called Pilot Luke Skywalker. There we go. I just thought it was Luke. I'm not too sure if there's any differences with the with this one. It's the X-Wing upstairs. They might have improved the paint because this is a Series 2 version, and they have definitely improved on the figures. So unfortunately, I forgot to bring down the X-Wing from Series 1 to compare that Luke Skywalker with this one from the Snowspeeder. They are supposed to be wearing different outfits, depending on what vehicle, depending if he's depending if he's piloting the Snowspeeder or the X-Wing. So maybe that's the difference. It looks identical to me though. Maybe the paint has improved. Either way, that's him. Looks good. And we have DAC. And the way you can tell it's DAC is because he's got the blue Rebel insignia signs, even though it's just two blue dots on his helmet. Even though it's just two blue dots for this release. Looks cool. Again, I believe we didn't get a DAC figure in Action Fleet, so that's DAC Raw, so pretty cool. Nice to get DAC. He's the one who dies. And therefore, he's the one at the back of the Snowspeeder. In the cockpit section itself, we don't have any stickers like we do in the Action Fleet version. I don't actually have the Action Fleet version of Luke Skywalker's Snowspeeder. I have the Squadron version. I forgot to bring it down, but it probably wouldn't work because it's not the same colour as this one. That would have been a better comparison, the Action Fleet one, in these colours from 2002. The Luke Skywalker's Snowspeeder, which has the identical name to this one. Identical colour scheme as well, but no figures. Either way, so yep, all we have is a little bit of detailing there, no stickers like on the Action Fleet one, but not bad. I don't know if we've got any detail on the console though. I guess that's the console, that plain bit at the front there, in the centre. So that was pretty cool that the transparent windows and everything, though interesting enough this one's been filled in. I don't know, I believe on the actual version this one's clear as well. It does look great. But now let's put our figures back in. So we're going to start with DAC because he's the harder one to get in because of the way the cockpit opens. So I'll just have to put in the back there. It does go in though. And then let's put Luke in. Good, there you are. So there you have it. That's they look good, doesn't it? Closes up on them nicely, and there you have it. Now they can fly off in the Snowspeeder. Right, so the final two features is at the back here. We've got this great section, and what you do is this controls the brake, the air flaps, the air brakes. So as you can see, move it from side to side, and one air brake opens up after the other. It's a pretty cool feature, which is operated by this here at the back, which is pretty nice. It's actually a hidden feature, so it's pretty cool. Again, we've got the gun that turns. Great detail at the back here. Really nice. Looks great. And then finally, we have the tow cable. We have the functioning. It's a functioning tow cable, and this was not on the Action Fleet version. Which is pretty cool. And then just spin the wheel at the back here, and it goes back in. This does have a tendency to pop out. This does tend to come out sometimes, so you've got to be careful of that. And that tow cable does look quite fragile, but as you can see, it's pretty cool. So you can trip over an AT-AT and then have it go back in. Pretty cool. It's really nice. So we've got a functioning tow cable because that was not on the Action Fleet version. Got some great detail at the back here. I really like this gunmetal colour. The back here looks really cool. Like these gratings. It's really cool. It was operated by the back from the back here as well. That feature, the air brakes. Yeah, it's a great vehicle. I really like this one. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure how it will scale with the Action Fleet AT-AT because I do have the Action Fleet AT-AT from 2002, the one in the snow. But I don't have the Snowspeeder from that year, so which is in the same colours as this one. Seeing as the brand manager is a fan of Action Fleet, I'm pretty sure this is meant to be Michael Galaxy Squadron's take on that Action Fleet vehicle, which of course is from Empire Strikes Back. It's the one Luke Skywalker drives. On the front, on the bottom, there's not a lot going on, but it doesn't really matter. As you can see, that has come out again. It does tend to stay in. It tends to stay in if you leave a bit of the string out. If you bring the string, the string goes in all the way, it tends to. So you have to do that. There you go. To put out the string a bit more to keep this in. It's pretty cool though. And there you have it. It's a great vehicle. Anyway, it's been retro action with the Star Wars Michael Galaxy Squadron Luke Skywalker Snowspeeder. I really like this. Out of the three that I have from Series 2, this is definitely my least favourite because the Gauntlets Fighter and the A80 Battle Tank I was more interested in from the start. This is definitely quite small for. This is really small for Starfighter Class. So I'm not sure if it's worth the £18, but it is a really nice. It is a really cool vehicle. And it is to scale with the ships in universe and in scale the rest of the Michael Galaxy Squadron line as a result. So there you have it. Also the Action Fleet one that I have, these guns have drooped down and they're no longer straight like they are on this one. So this is in better condition than the Action Fleet one because the laser cams on that one just bend down. Unfortunately, I try and bend them up and they just bend down again because I don't know. That's the problem I have with my one, anyway. I don't have the Action Fleet version of this colour of Luke Skywalker's Snowspeeder to compare this to. I'm probably not going to get that one, now I have this one. I also like this one smaller because it fits better on my shelf. Because I am kind of running out of space because I've been getting a lot of these Michael Galaxy Squadron vehicles, given how hard it is to find Series 2 here, thanks to distribution issues and everything. So I've kind of been buying them up when I see them. I don't have multiples, but I've seemed to have gone a bit crazy this line. So, and I've practically reviewed. I have reviewed pretty much all of the ones I have. After I've done the A80 Battle Tank, which will be next, other than the Jedi Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, which I think is too close to the original to open. I already have the original X-Wing, but that's a chase, and I saw that at Sainsbury's, and I had to pick it up because I have not found any chases. I was lucky enough to find the Outland TIE Fighter, so I had to pick that one up instantly. And I have not opened it because chases are worth a lot more than these. But it's just the same X-Wing. Well, that's the real reason why I haven't opened it. It's just the only difference is Jedi Luke Skywalker. The blue on the cockpit, the colour of the cockpit. Other than that, the X-Wing is identical to the original one, other than the Wev one. So it's close enough. I mean, I do have two TIE Fighters, the Outlander and the normal one. Would love to find the battle damaged TIE Fighter, and I would love to find Series 3 as well. But anyway, this has been Retro Action, thank you for watching, and I definitely recommend finding this. This is one of 3 Stars Michael Galaxy Squadron Series 2 vehicles you can find in Morrison's. The only other one to come out there is the Republic OAT, but that was sold out. That's sold out with Forbidden Planet, has not been found since, other than on eBay or online. I believe it's out of stock everywhere but on eBay. So currently at retail, the only 3 you can find is this one, the Gauntlet Fighter, Bo-Katan's Gauntlet Fighter, and the A80 Battle Tank. Anyway, Spirit Traction, out of the three, this one's probably my least favourite, but it's still very cool. I just like the other two a bit more. However, I did have a problem on my AET battle tank with the figure. He's extremely loose, the battle droid. I did not have that issue with this guy, which I picked up the same day. So, for that, this one gets extra points. It's very strange though why this bit's filled in. I'm not sure if that's accurate. But other than that, that's Spirit Traction. Very much for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.